That looks very comfortable. See if it helps him out here for game number 2. Well, in the first series that we saw from Ztephan, he was able to play his balloon deck, the bowler balloon, that actually did take him to the victory in game number 3, I believe it was, or maybe 2. One of those ones that he won.
Yeah, he took out the Goblin Barrel cycle in game number 2 and got the victory off of that one after getting a good charge with the Prince on the first series, but finished off the series very nicely in game number 3 with what we saw out of the bowler and the balloon combination working pretty nicely. And he does call it the balloon deck, and feels like it's good enough that it can be titled with such a title, and feels like he's going to bring it out again here. The balloon not visible at the moment, but it's already the double dragons, and got the lumberjack to help out with that rage, and it feels like the Royal Giant will be the choice for the GDH.
He's got a great start here, but at least he's going to be able to tag on to this one. 3 hits. Knock it down.
You saw that the 4 elixir came pretty late for GDH to kind of just forget using Electro Wizard altogether. It would have been really late anyway, so I didn't want to over-invest in that defense, but you see that a very interesting tornado. That was not good by Ztephan, and you can see that he's really groaning over that one.
Yeah.
It was a mistake or some sort. I don't imagine a tornado in that situation doing much, unless you get the Electro Wizard all the way to the right tower, then you can split the damage that way. But is it really worth that 3? Because I think it was just a pure mistake coming from Ztephan that round. So this is going to be an all-in effort going with this rage from the lumberjack, with the balloon coming on hand as well.
He's going to be able to knock that one out, but can he get a drop? Very close, actually.
The Electro Wizard wasn't needed there for GDH. He just wanted to make sure for insurance that the balloon wasn't going to get a drop, but in the end, he just ends up wasting 4 elixir. This gives Ztephan a good lead. Now, knowing that he's going to be pretty ahead in elixirs and not have to worry too much about it.
He's feeling pretty good, getting that push going, but yeah, okay, going to switch it up now. Similar response, but actually a bunch of that hitting the Barbarian there in the front, but now with the Electro Wizard, definitely going to be able to help out. But notice the Baby Dragon getting a little bit of chip damage on the right side, but can he deal with this push now?
Yeah, if you're GDH, you're not worried about that Barbarian getting a couple of hits, but now we're going to be worrying about the Royal Giant, how many hits he can actually get on. So without the Infernal Dragon, really does a bad job on defense. When you got the Lumberjack to help out as well, but you got no balloon coming on the other end, so you're really touting the main purpose of this deck just to keep this rotation going, and the E-Wiz is always there. Even that freeze was a desperation effort, but altogether, it seems like this Royal Giant, in the end, might just get enough damage to get what's needed.
He doesn't have much left over. Lumberjack desperately trying to chop him down, but that's too big of a tree. And that is definitely going to be the end here. Last shot as Ztephan this time around is going to be thwarted in game 1 as GDH gets a big win here. Good start.
Yeah, to its credit, GDH just picked the right deck at the right time, having all the main counters to negate all the threats coming in from Ztephan. You remember the Infernal Dragon was going to be countered every single time by the same Elixir of 4 on that Electro Wizard, and even the Furnace was there every single time. The Balloon decided to be a little bit tricky there, and even the Mega Minion, all along with that Electro Wizard, also helping out negate the Balloon. So you got all the right cards, and as long as you cycle properly as GDH did, this was definitely a winnable game for the New Zealand side. So this player coming in on the right side feels like he's confident to beat out Ztephan, at least on that first game. Bringing out his signature deck feels like wasn't going to be working out that time around.
Yeah, we are going to get a second chance here. I like that Ztephan is very emotive. He shows a lot of his emotions right on his sleeve. Happy to be on camera, gives us the peace sign, and then when he does something that's probably not a good idea, we get the big groan, the sit back in the chair, arms up in the air. So let's hope we can see some more positive emotions going into game 2. Well, here we do go. Main question now is going to be, did Ztephan stay with the same deck.
Well, we saw that from game 2 in our last series, just looking at the Barbarian barrel. So if Ztephan does have a Goblin barrel ready to go, oh, it's going to be a bowler again. I mean, that's literally the last desperation effort just to go up against the Miner to put 5 elixirs. That's +2 just on that defense, and this Musketeer with these skeletons will most likely negate things out. So look at this. Maybe the Miner and the Musketeer kind of telling us it's going to be very, very quick cycles all the way through.
Potentially good Barbarian barrel here to get things started on the left side. Both players.
That freeze might change things up here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get one drop. Can he get a second one?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, that was a little bit close, just one tick away, but we'll get one drop and the explosion, which definitely you will take for Ztephan. I know he was a little bit greeting over that second drop, but we saw that interaction with that animation just did not work there. But still a good win for the first rotation for Ztephan.
I love the bowlers' voice lines. Definitely one of the more enthusiastic guys in the lineup.
Yeah, he's very slow with his very, very big boulders that he's throwing out, but at the same time, he's a very calm guy, patient.
Dragon not going to get aggroed here. It's going to stay alive, does a lot of damage. That Inferno Tower actually going to aggro, but it hits it away with the snowball.
Okay.
I don't think that was actually a good start here. Can the balloon get another drop? Yes,
wow,
it will.
Really? Even with that Musketeer on the right side, I thought that was going to negate it for a second, but another balloon coming in the other direction now.
Ooh, red balloon.
Aha.
Can this one do more damage? He's not going to respond to it here. Okay.
Get it to the King's Tower instead, so we'll open things up. So this will help him out next time around. Once he sees another balloon, the King's Tower is going to be helping reinforce that defense.
Nice freeze here. This could be pretty good, actually. The balloon's still full health.
Retargeting.
And another one.
Yeah. So the Inferno Tower did a good job of negating it there, but you saw that smart play with that Barbarian barrel negating the targeting from the Musketeer away from the balloon there. So smart play once again come from Ztephan.
Ztephan up in Elixir now. He's going to spam out the board here, this balloon.
Oh, good tornado.
Yeah, really good read, actually.
Yeah. So I think without that snowball would have been enough, but it feels like everything coming along this way, just any of these drops that come through for Ztephan will be a major win in every one of these rotations. And good snowball once again.
Yeah, bowler going to be dealt with here. Gonna zap it there for 30 damage, but that's about it on the right side.
Yeah, the Inferno Dragon just gets one tick there, but all in all, it should be about where that Lumberjack goes every time for Ztephan, because he's going to proc that rage. This time it does not follow up with a balloon.
All right, well, this balloon coming in has to use that tornado here, but nice bop away. Is going to retarget, but it's a little bit too out of range.
Yeah,
but you can see, yeah, that was the key.
Need to freeze once again. The bowler is melting fast, as you can see.
Well, this balloon.
Yeah, good Barbarian barrel.
Got the double aggro on there, but it's going to be able to get on in, and there you go. That's GG. As, well, there you have it. Ztephan able to tie things up, rather, in game number 2.
Even with that loss, coming through in that first game with that same exact deck, really shows his persistence as a player. Ztephan bringing out the same exact bowler and balloon combination to show us that his favorite deck isn't going to go down so easy 2 times in a row, and it really ties things up. This was kind of what happened in the previous year where he lost that first game but won 2 games straight after. Feels like that's what he's wanting now with the second series really now in his hands.
GDH here, not particularly enthused about that one. Had success in game number 1, but then I believe he changed up his deck, right? Going into game number 2, and that was the one that didn't have success. So maybe a bit of interesting psychology coming into this next decision. Do you go back to that first deck? But then there's also the chance that Ztephan changes up his as a little sneaky move for game number 3.
Well, GDH went with his main weapon combination of the Ice Golem and the Balloon. Very cheap cycle. You can go over and over again with the Miner also helping out as a tank as well. So altogether, he was looking for a very quick cycle and trying to rotate faster than what Ztephan could, but Ztephan, with relatively a more expensive deck, still was able to cycle pretty efficiently and keep on that pressure that really forced mostly a defensive maneuver away from GDH most of the time.
Yeah, so we are going to be jumping into the decider match here, game number 3 between Ztephan and GDH.
I do want to see another Goblin Barrel deck from Ztephan. I feel like he played really well, particularly last time around. But it's going to be the same deck. He ain't going back.
Why does he make that face right after dropping down the bowler?
He feels some type of emotional surge within him, and it's going to be the Ice Expo deck, something that was recently coming to a trend, but with the Balloon on the right side, not going to be targeted, swayed away from that, so it's going to have to Rocket to negate things out, so you're losing out -1 elixir every time you do that Rocket against the Balloon. GDH, you would have expected this. I mean, you just saw that bowler Balloon deck for 2 games in a row. Really, nothing was supposed to tell you that you weren't going to see it the 3rd times in a row.
Just sending in all the dragons here on the left side. That Expo finally going to go down, but I think that GDH should be able to easily deal with this one.
Yeah, I think for GDH, knowing that the Expo deck now has been exposed, Ztephan's going to be able to cycle that Infernal Dragon to a little bit more effectiveness, and we'll see what happens now. The bowler's great counter against the Expo, because simply it just takes too long for the Expo to bring down the bowler all by itself.
Yeah, this is what I was kind of getting into. You know, does GDH try to switch it up again or go back into game number 1? But he ends up with this one, maybe expecting Ztephan not to play the bowler for another time.
That freeze. Thinking that the Infernal Dragon was going to take out the Mega Minion would have been a very nice situation, but one swipe from the Mega Minion means that that freeze 4 elixirs there was very much wasted. So a little bit of a mistake, miscalculation from Ztephan.
Well, just going to plop that one down, but the bowler will come in and is in range.
Good stuff. Oh, even the log missing out on that little Barbarian on the other end, so it's going to get a couple more swings. So this might not be the best possible scenario.
Oh boy.
The Lumberjack.
Lumberjack getting to work, but nice push away there with the Ice Golem at least.
Yeah. You can see that the Baby Dragon now is being targeted by the Princess Tower, making the Ice Wizard look pretty strong with his feeble moves, but we're going to see a defensive Expo now trying to shift this away, as he barely has any damage done on any of these towers so far in this game. Ooh, good Rocket though.
Yeah.
+2 trade. And going to be an offensive Expo pretty soon by GDH, I would have to assume, knowing that he has to beat out the bowler before he summons that one.
Well, he's going to slowly build up here on the left side, as Ztephan does at the same time.
Yeah, once that bowler goes down, this will be an easy Expo summon for the side of GDH, but you know that the balloon is still there. Where is it going to?
It's going right side here.
The Rocket has to come in. I think it really needs to. Just not enough.
Oh, the freeze. Where's the Rocket? There it is.
In, yeah.
Just barely on time, but trying to counter here with a quick Lumberjack, but Skeleton's on point.
Yeah, the freeze really helping out, keep on the pressure, and the Ztephan will have the bowler once again, really negating this Expo composition altogether. And even the Ice Wizard confused about where it's supposed to be targeting, really allowing the Baby Dragon to put a lot of damage onto the Mega Minion, which does very well for Ztephan. This Ice Wizard having confusions all day of where it's supposed to be targeting. Yeah. The bowler was going to be the ideal situation there. Now this Rage coming on, will we have something for it? You just can't negate it. But the Tornado does a good job. Ow!
Yeah, a bit late there.
Yeah. A little bit unfortunate there, but we'll just get Rage and nothing more. Oh, actually does a couple of swipes, 2 swipes. It's pretty efficient.
Yeah, a couple of quick ones there, but now we got an Expo with a lot of damage onto the bowler this time. This is totally different from every other time, and now it's locked on, Joel.
Double Mega Minions with the Ice Wizards, not going to allow the defense to be a lot successful. When this Expo is very, very healthy at the moment, and you have nothing else to go for this. You put the freeze down, but you don't have the extra 5 elixirs. It feels like this is going to be a little bit too late on that one. The Expo getting too much damage. That's going to be GG, called by Ztephan. Makes a lot of sense, even with the rocket, to make sure for insurance.
Didn't even need it, but just a little bit of style of points as the explosion. And the Princess Tower goes up in flames, so now GDH able to pick up his first win. Looks like he's feeling extremely relieved more than anything else.
Yeah, I wouldn't have imagined that an Expo deck would be able to beat out bowler composition, but really showed that patience plays and switching back from defensive to offensive Expos, and getting that one right moment where the Ice Golem was targeted by the bowler on defense rather than the Expo itself.